Party is actually a platform where if somebody subscribes to you, you get paid in cryptocurrency instantly. Most platforms like Twitch, if somebody subscribes to you, which is $5, you'll get half of it, and it'll come on the 15th of next month. You feel me?
Yeah. Crazy.
But on Party, if you were to subscribe to me right now, I would get it instantly in crypto to my Coinbase. Big difference.
That's a hell of a
And I get the whole thing. You feel me? It's not a cut. They take a fee off the top. You feel me? They charge a fee off the top to purchase it. It's not like they charge me for you purchasing it.
They charge the consumer. That's nice. That's nice.
Hey now, you feel me? Especially getting it instantly, that's big. That's important, man. Yummy, what's up, man? Welcome. Low in the building, twin. What's goody? We're here with the boy right now, Four-Way Ghost.
Yeah, what's happening, y'all, man? Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
You know what it is. And so, we're chilling with Four-Way Ghost right now, man. One of the newest artists that I've gotten a chance to just be in the room with, experience, record, collaborate with. And you are one of the expert recorders. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who come in here. I record a lot of people. You know, this is the spaceship. If you guys don't know, we're in a space right now where we record a lot of music. We've had a lot of artists come through here, and a lot of artists are really like scared behind the mic. They get on the mic and they're a little timid, and I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like even me sometimes when I ain't fully confident in the thing that I'm trying, can be a little timid, but I get it done. But you're somebody who gets it done immediately. And so when you hopped on the mic in here for the first time, which was just maybe yesterday or a couple of days ago, and you destroyed the mic, how did you feel? You know, like how did you feel before you even started recording? Were you nervous at any point?
I'm always nervous around new people because I have to get to know the people, but it's also one of them things where it's like either you're going to give it your all or you're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like anytime I get the opportunity to do something, I'm going to put my all into it instead of faking or half-stepping with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Four-Way. And so tell us, how did the name Four-Way Ghost come about?
Oh, the name Four-Way Ghost? Well, growing up, I've always been called Ghost since I was a teenager. And the reason why people was calling me Ghost was they would hear about me before they knew who I was. Or I would just pop up on you and people would be like, man, you move like a ghost, man. You real quiet. But your presence is felt when you here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even when I'm away, my presence will still be felt because they know what I'm into. So they'd be like, okay, cool. It's a high respect. And the four-way thing came from where I first started actually doing anything. It was this street in Commerce off of Martin Luther King leading into Bennett Street where it was the four-way. And that four-way right there, a lot of things has happened on that four-way. And that's where I experienced most of my first street experiences was on that four-way, from hustling to seeing gang activity to everything. Like when I didn't have nowhere to go, I would go post up right there, and some of the older guys, they would feed me, they would help me out, give me haircuts and stuff like that. So I figured if I'm gonna represent something, I'm gonna represent the root. I'm gonna stand on the original law, the original thing, because everything's get watered down over time.
Right.
So with me, I went straight to the original where all my roots was at, and that was that four-way.
Right. And so when you talk about the original and, staying true to your roots, and you talk about being so comfortable behind the mic, how does growing up in that environment really help you come to a brand new space you've never been before and really take over the mic, be comfortable behind it, and really deliver what you want despite anything that's in your way?
Well, life is full of lessons, okay? So anything that you go through, you're going to learn from it. And then when you go through so much hardship, standing in front of a microphone is easy. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm only at war with myself at that microphone. I'm either going to put in 100% or I'm going to down myself and not give it my all. I shouldn't be worried about what you think or what you say or anybody else, because at the end of the day, music is just expression. I'm expressing how I see things, how I experience things, and everything that I've witnessed and been through. So I shouldn't be worried about your opinion unless we're finding common ground. You see what I'm saying? Only thing I'm trying to do is find common ground with you and anybody else who could be a potential fan or join the audience or anything like that.
Right. No, I understand that most definitely. And I feel like it's important to cater to those people who could be joining the audience that maybe aren't there yet. A lot of people don't really care about people who are in their audience.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so important to just be an all around well liked person. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So where
Facts.
anybody from any part of the world can tap in with you. That's
Mm-hmm.
super important.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it comes to the state of music now and how you navigate that, right now we're in 2024,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like a lot of stuff has happened this year music wise.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the chat, Low Make It Snow Live, which is the producer who produced my last project, he
Mm-hmm.
says, where do you think music is headed in 2025? But before you answer that, I want to hear your thoughts on who are some of the artists that you look up to for their performance in 2024, and how do you think 2025 is going to look?
Well, to be honest with you, a lot of the artists I look up to aren't in 2024. They wasn't really big in 2024. Their wave is already gone. Like I grew up to Jeezy, Ludacris, Lil Wayne, let me see, Gucci Man. You see what I'm saying? East Rome from the north side from Gwinnett County, Player Fly from Memphis. I grew up to people like that. So that was like more of my era. You feel what I'm saying? The people that I liked and was riding to and stuff like that. But when you get into the new age, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, I like Lil Durk, even though he's facing his situation right now. Nah, I mean, I hope he comes out of it. I still rock the Boosie heavy. Nah, I mean, let me see, Lil Baby. I can respect Lil Baby and where he came from and what he's doing and where he's going. I mean, he came a long way from somebody similar to me who wasn't rapping into a whole other thing, and somebody pulled him up, was like, hey, try this. You feel what I'm saying? You'll make more money doing this than doing anything else in the streets. You'll get way more further. And that's part of actually my story was when I was incarcerated, I used to read a lot of books. So a guy named Peachild, he was part of Children of the Ghetto back in the early 2000s, and he went on tour with Mac 10 and the whole banging thing. And he'll always come to my cell and be like, hey man, you read a lot of books. Why don't you write something? Why don't you start rapping? Now I tried it back in the day. I was garbage. Like bro would tell you, know what I mean? Garbage. Not garbage. It was no hope in it, nothing, know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was like, man, what's up? Won't you do it? Cause you sit here and read. Your vocabulary gotta be something. Know what I mean? You gotta know something. You do all this reading. So I started writing, and when I wrote it, I got criticized. And my whole thing is competition. I can't let nobody tell me I can't do something. I can't let nobody else tell me I can't have something. I can't let nobody say, oh, you can't achieve it or you can't do this. So it actually made me go harder because the people that was around me, they had small ways on the streets. You know what I mean? Like they had it going on, like they was on their way. They just got locked up. And they would always come around, your song garbage, this, and that. So they would start having ciphers at the end of each week. And I would still go to the cipher. I'd rap my little song or whatever. They'd be like, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. But they're not going to disrespect me, but they just going to be like, nah, bro, that ain't it. And then I finally hit with something and they just start looking at me. And that's when I knew I had something. They was like, hey, bro, come get on this song with me. Let's do something. And then I started performing with them out there, featuring. And then the first song that I had that jumped for me in prison was Signs and Symbols. I mean, and once that hit, it was crazy. I just kept going and I ain't stopped. If
And you
that
shouldn't
answers your
stop.
question, I mean,
You definitely shouldn't stop. And you talk a lot about trials and tribulations. You talk
mm-hmm,
about time in prison.
mm-hmm,
And so when it comes to your perspective on music right now, people say in the chat right now, they're saying things like, you grew up with the good music.
mm-hmm,
And I feel like that's the type of music that doesn't really come around much anymore.
mm-hmm,
And so when you talk about your time in prison and how it affected your perspective on music, tell us about, first of all, the situation, you know what
mm-hmm,
I'm saying? And then tell us about what you gained from that situation more so than what was lost from it. When it comes to music, how did that really change your perspective? It might seem normal to you,
mm-hmm,
but people in the chat are saying right now you grew up with the good music.
mm-hmm,
That's to insinuate that there's other music right now. We've
mm-hmm,
got something different going on. There's bad music out here being put out.
mm-hmm,
But I feel like you being in prison surrounded by people who maybe didn't even have the fullest, quickest access to that new bad music,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of stuck on to what you liked. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You stuck on to the things that were good, not the things that just popped up. A lot of people outside, they just saw whatever popped up on Twitter at the time. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same people that were locked up. They had to really focus on the things that were even making it to the level that locked up people could listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so how did that affect your view on music? Do you feel like it was a bad thing or a good thing?
Um, it was a good thing that I stuck to. Like we had you had access to certain things. You feel what I'm saying? But it was more so of like when you in them type of environments, following trends will get you hurt. So you have to be your own man. You have to go your own way. And a lot of people who make music now just follow trends because there's really no consequence. But then when some of them do end up in that consequence, it's too late. Like you have the Takashi situation. Well, on the flip side, you had the Boosie situation. Takashi was trend following. He was following the trend with them guys from New York. So got put in a situation and failed. Boosie was stay true to himself, but himself was them streets. And when he went in that situation, he still succeeded.
Right.
And he still came out he came out himself, but a better person. So the people who are rapping now, it seems like they're just following a trend. They're not being themselves. You see what I'm saying? So that's why all you really have is a one-sided type of music. You don't really have any versatility. Like when we was talking the other day, you was like, well, pick through your beats. I was like, nah, just send me all of them. I'll get on each and every one of them because I don't mind being myself. Either you're going to accept it and rock with me, or you're just going to be like, nah, I ain't rocking with them.
Right.
And you not rocking with me is not going to hurt me. Because that
Yeah.
means you're not meant to be dealing with me anyway. And I'm cool with that. You know what I
Right.
mean? But those who rock with me, I know it's genuine. I know it's 100 because you rock with me because we have a common ground. You
Okay.
respect who I am for me being me, not me trying to be somebody else or follow some
Right.
type of trend. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so to take a segue, I'm a person who has sent you 10 beats, maybe 15 or something like that. And when you say things like you're going to get on every beat and rock them, I believe you because I
Mm-hmm.
do the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't necessarily pay for the beats. So when people are approaching you like, make sure you don't release this unless you pay for it. But you're
Mm-hmm.
saying, I'm going to release every one of these because
Mm-hmm.
people are just going to have to take it how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that you're only getting beats from people that you have vetted to know that I want beats from this person? Have you ever received a pack of beats where you paid for it but you didn't want it?
No.
Right.
Because it's like this. If I get a beat, right, and say the beat is, let's say, I'm not gonna say there's no bad beats because you making beats is a part of your expression too. So say if I get a beat and it's a little bit difficult, it's a challenge. You see what I'm saying? It's a challenge. And I have the mindset that I can't be beat. I'm not gonna be beat. So we're gonna challenge each other. When you send me a beat, that's a challenge to me. Cause you might be doing it on some funny stuff, but that might be the one that blow up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You might see me a joint that's doom da doom bang, doom da doom bang. That might be the one that blow up. That might be it. I'm finna get on there. I'm finna get it. Right. I'm finna get it. We finna make something from this. We finna get it.
Man, we got producers here, man. They're in the chat right now and they're saying things like, I need him on my beats. That's an artist.
Yeah.
And I believe that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm asking you these questions because in the landscape that we're in, I personally, if you listen to those beats already, I make a lot of beats and niggas don't know what the fuck to do with them. I make them type of beats where it's like, this shit is already a movie. So you either need to play your role or you're not going to get in the movie.
Nah, I'm finna be the main
if you play
character.
your role, we can get a Friday and a Saturday and a Sunday. You feel me? We can get this shit going, So I really feel like I have a lot of producers around me that are the same way to where like, man, we're making movies and it's not for everybody, But me as a type of artist and producer, I can get on anything.
Exactly.
Because I make that type of shit, man, give me anything. And I work with, like you said, it's a challenge. I don't necessarily view it like that, but yeah, you're right. It's a challenge.
And that's what's going to separate you from the new era.
Right.
You notice the new era, like most people, they was like that New York style. I think they was getting on like London beats or something. Everybody followed that same trend. Everybody got on that same trend. Nobody took the time to, I'm going to branch off and go this way. You see what I'm saying? Like that's like the movie Matrix. Everybody's stuck going one way, but you had one guy who was doing his thing and he was shining. He ended up being the main character. The one guy who went his own way was the main character. I can't notice you if you following. If everybody's leaving out of here, going out that door, you're gonna pay attention to the guy who slides out this door because you're gonna want to know why. You see what I'm saying? Why did he go out this side door, or why did the other guy go out this way and try to go out the window?
Right.
Them the ones you're gonna pay attention to because you already know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the ones. Fuck that. I'm going out the window. I'm gonna see
Yeah.
what's going back here.
And
I'm gonna try to go my own way.
When you talk about going your own way, this is also another segue. We're a couple branches off right now. Chat talks about sexy drill and drill. We're talking about New York styles of music, New Jersey styles of music. And so I feel like that sexy drill and drill became very popular to the point where, like you're saying, people can get sucked into it like a vacuum. But originally, the fact that that is even a genre in the first place is somebody doing what you want them to do, which is experiment and be different. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about dynamic of a genre like that, an underground genre, popping off, becoming so big, people becoming the top of that genre? Do you feel like that genre should really have a place in the grand scheme of rap? Do you feel like that experimentation should be praised, or do you feel like that whole vacuum dynamic is something that could be bad?
No, it should be a praise because once again, like I originally said, it's expression. A lot of people want to feel that in the club, at a house party, and when they're riding around, they turned up with their friends. So it's that expression because music has to be relatable. Just like I had somebody jump in my comments because I got a song out now called "Just Ask For It," and I said something about a Richard Millie, and he said that I don't have a Richard Millie on in my video, but I said this song wasn't for me; it was for my audience. There's somebody right now riding around with a Richard Millie. There's somebody right now who owns a Richard Mille, probably has a couple of them. That's who that song was for.
Yeah.
So when people be like, oh, don't lie in your raps, don't do this, don't do that. How can I ever lie when this is relatable to somebody in my audience?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when you're making sexy drill as he calls it, that's relatable to somebody in their audience.
Yeah.
But there's a such thing as too much. If you got 20,000 people making the same type of music, you feel what I'm saying? That's insane. That means you're not an authentic person. You a follower. You might as well just have him ghostwrite for you. You see what I'm saying? You're not being authentic. You're not being true to who you are.
Yeah.
And that's when you're faking in the industry.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna have me. Like I'm not gonna never get on no track and try to sound like somebody else.
Right.
I'm not gonna never find a beat to try to be like somebody else. I'm gonna give me. You're gonna get 100% me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna find a common ground for whoever's in my audience. I'm going to speak for the people that's in my audience from my experiences, from my lessons, and from what I've learned and seen. I'm not going to give you nothing else. I'm not going to fabricate it to make myself seem gangster or extra ass freak or whatever the case may be. I'm going to give you me that's going to be enough for a common ground between me and the person in my audience who can relate to this song.
Okay, 2 questions. One, who is an extra ass freak? Who is? Who are you talking about when you say that?
Nah, I'm just saying.
Okay, cool.
It's just an example. It's just an example. You feel what I'm saying?
Second question.
We can name a few, but it's just an example. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. Second question is, what really got you into this music? Like, what brought you into the path where you're speaking your existence onto beats? Talk to us about your love for beats.
Man, I like instruments, period. Like, that's really in my DNA to have some type of love for music. Like my mom played the flute. Both of my brothers do music. Shoot, my dad sung. My stepfather was actually my father figure. He DJs. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's all around me. Like my granddad used to sing in church and play instruments. Like one of my uncles plays the saxophone. Know what I mean? Like it's all around me. Like that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And I always had a love for music. Like for real, my favorite artist growing up was Lil Wayne. You feel what I'm saying? My second favorite artist because of the lifestyle was Jeezy. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, nah, I mean, like I like lyrics, but I like facts too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Talk
saying?
to us about Jeezy. What's some of your favorite Jeezy songs?
Oh man, that last laugh,
Let's name three. Yeah.
that and, Hustler's Ambition, and then the joint he just recently put out though. You know he got a lot of classics, but that Pressure, you heard that Pressure?
I haven't heard it.
Oh my God, that is a must
The
ride
last
too.
thing I listened to from Jeezy was the album where the city was in the background. He had the snowman in the sky like it was the Batman symbol. It was recent. It was Snow something. He did it with DJ
Snowfall.
Drama, I'm sure.
They
Yeah,
call that
Snowfall.
Snowfall. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right, right. That's the last thing I listened to. He has
Yeah.
one more project after that or two.
He got I think this was a single. I heard it as a single.
Okay.
But that pressure is that's mandatory. That's a mandatory. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if you know you came up from nothing like look at you right now. You're grinding every aspect of your life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now imagine what you're gonna feel like a year from now,
Right.
then 3 years from now, then 5 years from now, then 10 years from now, then 25
That
years
shit
from now.
started feeling crazy.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That's that pressure.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But the pressure's on other people because they didn't stay down. They
Right.
didn't believe in your vision. You feel what I'm saying? They didn't try to find common ground. They didn't want to play no role.
Right.
They either wanted to overstep you or down your vision or just, nah, I ain't messing with him on that. Homie weird. Or homie, he on some BS. Ain't nobody dealing with this technology stuff or this vlog stuff or nothing
Right.
like that. A lot of people do that, even if it's not to your face. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why I liked it, that pressure.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that pressure is something. That last laugh, like he said it, when I first came off in the game, thought I was lame. If you ever had a doubt in your mind, should be ashamed. I would look every one of you niggas straight in your eyes, ask you where the fuck you was at when I was stuck with them pies. That's my life. That's my life. You feel what I'm saying? That's my life.
Oh man.
That's my life, man.
Boy, come
That's
on,
my
man.
life. Nah, I mean,
Yeah, for sure. And so, man, I have two questions. I'm gonna save one of them. I'm gonna ask one from the chat as well. And so first thing I want to say is, talk to us about how people like Jeezy, who's had such a career, making it out of doing things that other people didn't have a career out of. What type of risk have you taken in this music game? What are some things that did go right for you because of risk? What are some things that didn't go right for you because of risk?
Well, I went fed because of risk. That didn't go right.
Yeah.
But now I'm betting on me. Like I'm betting on me once again. Like to me, that's your greatest investment. Instead of placing your money on somebody else, bet on yourself. I bet on me every day I wake up. Like I got up this morning. I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning after going to bed around three something in the morning, right back on my computer recording.
The
You
life.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm betting on me. I'm putting everything into this. All the money I work for that I get, I pay my bills and reinvest it in this. You see what I'm saying? I put everything, all my extra money goes into this. I don't do no shopping. I don't do no extra going out to eat. I don't do nothing. I put it into this music
Right.
because I feel like I know it's gonna eventually pay off.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's already paying off. And let's talk to the chat here. Chat says, I've lost all my influence or belief in major producers. I prefer to take inspiration through upcoming peers and artists, nobody giving the solid direction in music. As in, though the people of the underground, you know what I mean? He takes a lot of direction and inspiration from the underground, and he says you just got to do your own thing and make your own blueprint. I feel like that resonates with what you're saying as far as just staying true to yourself, believing in the consistency that you have in yourself. And so when it comes to things that have not gone right for you, that you've overcome, when it comes to overcoming those things and still making music, which is something that has a lot of people who have been through a lot of things in music, do you feel like that influences your subject matter in music? or are you able to still make creative projects outside of your experience? Are you able to still have an outer body experience on a beat, given all the things that your body has experienced?
Yes, you can always have a outer body experience. Like, say if you tell me a story about your life, I can go write a song about it. You see what I'm saying? Because there's going to be somebody else who's going to be able to relate to that. But they might not have access to you, but they have access to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And some people, like me, music got me through a lot of my bid. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people who made the music that got me through my bid wasn't living it. Some of them were rich. Some of them, like, I look at Drake. Me and Drake didn't have the same life experiences, even though he's being targeted by the game right now. But me and Drake didn't have a lot of the same experiences. But I listened to Drake a whole lot. You feel what I'm saying? I listened to let me see, Miss Chalet. I used to listen to Miss Chalet. You feel what I'm saying? Like I listen to a lot of old school R&B artists. Like when I go to R&B, I listen to old school. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of them, well, some of them were. Don't get it twisted, but a lot of them wasn't street figures, but they knew how to find a common ground with me to ease my mind, ease my heart, ease my soul.
Right. I feel like that's important.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. I feel like a lot of people forget that a certain aspect of rap is acting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Tupac.
certain performative aspect to this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For sure. And so we think about you mentioned Drake,
Mm-hmm.
and he's in a big battle right now with Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned performative aspects of rap. And so how do you feel about that battle? What do you feel about what comes out of that battle? When I talk to my friends who are more experienced when it comes to the hip hop of rap and the hip hop of Black history, we're saying that, okay, we can already see how artists like Doechii are becoming more popular than artists like Sexy Red. Doechii is an artist from TDE.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Real, same as the other woman artists in the game, but
Mm-hmm.
does it very classy, you know what I'm saying? In a way that you would have to listen to the album to then find that out.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't just be plastered on the front side like Sexy Red. I'm not saying that's a bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
but Drake put Sexy Red on. TDE, who is Kendrick's label that Kendrick fed, put Doechii on.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how the spectrum is moving in that direction towards that type of artist, a different type of artist.
Mm-hmm.
And so, do you? What is your takeaway from the battle? And do you feel like it has any relation to do with the direction of the game in general, or do you feel like it's smaller? What do you feel like is bigger, this battle or the rap game?
It's the rap game. And the reason why I say the rap game is because people tired of, like I say, the fake stuff. People not really being authentic to who they are. Like if you go back to when Drake first came out, nobody really wanted Drake. Because I go back to when Jay Prince first had him. Jay Prince didn't know how to market Drake. Drake Prince didn't know how to put him out. You was just a kid on Degrassi in a wheelchair.
All right.
So you had to be molded into something. And they molded you into a ladies' man. You feel what I'm saying? And then when you got your bag up, you went to finessing with Future, getting with the street guys and stuff like that. And you took on to that character. Maybe that goes back to when you say you have to be a good actor. You have to act sometimes. You see what I'm saying? That could be any part of that. But he got too big for his britches. But then you go to the flip side. Now you beefing with somebody who's from Bumpton. All right, now this guy is from California. Known out here in California, everybody who's surrounding him is about that life. They own that. They not playing. They own that. They grew up in that. Their parents grew up in that. Their grandparents grew up in that. Their great grandparents all the way back to the '60s. Before the '60s, when it was just regular street gang, street cliques. You see what I'm saying? You're beefing with somebody who's came up one way and stayed that same way the whole time. Till you came up one way, flip to this 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 way, and it always is based off of whoever you want to track with. You flip to that. Like I say, maybe that's part of acting. But it gets watered down after a while because now you're being called out for being fake towards Nicki Minaj. You did some BS with Nicki Minaj. You did some BS with Lil Wayne. You did some BS with who else was it? Man, it's a list of them. You feel what I'm saying? But then you have this guy over here. who's sticking to the culture, sticking to his roots, keeping everything original, to somebody who's flip flopping, flip flopping, flip flopping. Then he gets on your line. Now you suing him. So now you feel what I'm saying? So now you got all of these flaws coming around. For real. You already had all of these flaws that people were keeping covered. And then when he exposed you, you did the ultimate no. So now everything else is coming out.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's part of the game. That's why Kendrick is using Drake to expose the game. Because a lot of other rappers are following Drake.
Right.
Like, I remember a couple of years ago, I had a phone in there, and a kid said that, who's the greatest rapper ever? The kid said Drake. You didn't say Tupac. You didn't say Biggie. You didn't say Big Pun. You ain't give no real grades. You didn't even give LL Cool J his credit for being the first one to start rocking J's performing. After everybody else was following the Run DMC trend with rocking Adidas. Like, nobody's giving the proper people their credit. They're just following the trend. Okay. They're not doing no research. They just following the trend.
That's true. And so before we get so deep into this trend generational curve I want to get into, because what a conversation. Chat says the best thing you can do is be you. You know, and they agree with the things that you've been saying. Low, my producer, he says facts. Thank you so much for the follow, Smurf. I appreciate you. You're a goat. Love. Thank you so much for being here, man. Right now, we're chilling with the one and only 4-Way Ghost.
Yep.
Okay, what's the newest thing you're working on right now, 4-Way?
I'm actually working on a mixtape right now that I'm trying to drop at the beginning of the year. I'm trying to drop this January 1st. And the mixtape is going to be called I Shit on Mixtapes, which is, the concept of it is me taking beats from producers and things like that, and that popping songs and stuff like that, and me getting on there, putting my own little twist in it. Like I say, I'm giving you me. I'm showing you what I would have did with that opportunity. If I would have had the same opportunity they had, this is what I would have did. You know what I mean? So, and then after that, then I'm gonna, we finna drop heavy this year. Like, this is gonna be a very big year. And then once I drop my mixtape, you know what I mean, this is exclusive. Y'all gonna be the first ones to know about this. I ain't even put it on my page yet. I'm doing a Spartans campaign where I'm trying to do 300 features, and I'm doing all the features for free. So anybody who trying to do something, I'm doing 300 features. So the first 300 people are gonna get all their features for free. And then after that, that's when I'm gonna start charging.
300?
Yeah, I'm doing 300.
What's the charge gonna be like after that's done? That's good. Oh my God! They better not allow 300 people to.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Boy, they don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I'm doing 300.
What happens if you don't make it to 300?
I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make
it. I'm gonna be one of you. So I'm gonna do my part.
I'm gonna make it.
Oh man, a Spartan campaign.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Spartans campaign.
And so, how does that come about? Talk to us about the name Spartans campaign and what influences you to put your foot in the game. That's something where you're putting your foot in the mud. Your clean, God-given foot. You're putting it deep in the mud in order to progress, in order for a gain. What does that look like for you?
All right, because I look at it like this. You can't be heard till somebody hears you. So how is your fan base gonna hear me if I don't have nothing with you?
Right.
So that's gonna be like, all right, it's 50 states. If I do 6 features in every state, there it is.
Yeah.
I just won. You feel what I'm saying? I just won. We just came up.
6 features in every state. You heard the man.
Yep.
Quit playing with him.
So if I come to Georgia, I'm in Georgia right now.
Name 5 states.
Really? How many states have you? No, you didn't. Oh my God, how many states have you been in? You feel what I'm saying?
Name 5, bro.
Georgia, Tennessee, Maryland, DC, Virginia, Arkansas.
Okay. Boom.
Chicago, California, Arizona. South Dakota, North Dakota, New Mexico. I'm all out of fingers. We got let me see.
Name five artists not from Georgia.
Name 5 artists out from Georgia: Drake, Tupac, J. Cole. Wait a minute.
That you know
Kendrick Lamar.
that no, not famous artists.
Oh.
I'm talking about homies. Name five artists outside of Georgia that's in your network.
Okay, MOG Quan, he out of Chicago. My dog said out of Texas. Triller Too Legit. When he come home, he about to drop in 20 some more days, man. Free Triller, man. The Trill God, he about to drop. That's Texas. You feel what I'm saying? My homeboy Tony Major, that's out of Carolina, even though he's originally from Georgia, but he's in Carolina. Let me see. I gotta look, man. Everybody don't want to be exposed, but
Yeah.
I got DJ Sharp out there in Alaska. You feel what I'm saying? I'm finna touch
Alaska.
Yes, I'm finna touch everywhere. You feel what I'm saying?
Alaska.
Yes.
Alaska. That's it, man. They say sometimes it takes the masses years to accept a new sound. Have you ever experimented in a new sound?
Yeah.
What's the most experimental thing that you've done musically?
Emo beats.
Mm.
Emo beats. I've been playing with emo beats. Now, I mean, I got some stuff to some reggaeton. I got everybody's jumping on the country wave, so I'm not gonna jump on the country wave right now. Even though I got some stuff for it, but I was like, I don't want to follow what everybody's doing. I'm trying to find my own thing and really break out my own way. So, like, I play with everything, man. Everything. There's not a genre I'm not gonna touch.
Yeah.
It's not the same way how Lil Wayne popped. Lil Wayne went to every genre.
Right.
He did something with everybody and he popped.
Yeah.
It was his work ethic. If you send Lil Wayne a song, go back to when the Hot Boys broke up after he did the 10,000. He did everything on one thing,
paper,
on
right.
one paper. He was ripping them off. Lil Wayne jumped on everybody's song. Anybody's song he could get on, he was on. There's an open verse where he's gonna come, he's gonna go hard, he's gonna give everything he got. You see what I'm saying? And you're gonna get it back within 24 hours. And
Right.
that's what I'm trying to do right there.
Right.
That recipe right there. Gucci Man, man, there was 05, 06. Every house you went in, you're gonna hear somebody's gonna play at least one Gucci Man song. You feel what I'm saying? Future, when Future dropped. Everywhere you went, Waka Flocka, everywhere you went. Back in them times, back when I was coming up.
No,
You see
I
what
agree.
I'm saying? So
I agree. I was in the same era.
Yeah.
And so name an artist that's better than 06 Gucci Mane, Lil Wayne during that time.
I don't think you can.
An artist in all of music.
Back in their hunger days, don't think you
Name
can.
an artist that was better in their time during that. Is it an artist? Is Gucci Mane? And I hear you. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Is Gucci Mane and Lil Wayne the top level?
as far as what, bro?
Artistry. Point blank
Artistry.
in the discussion. Beethoven. You feel me? Like I'm talking artistry.
Yeah, but I would put Lil Wayne above Gucci in that era. But you can't leave out Future. You can't leave out Future.
Yeah.
You can't even count how many songs. If you go click somewhere online and be like, get a list of all Future songs, man, that list will be so long.
Yeah. And I know you
Yeah,
know
you feel what I'm
you know a
saying?
list of beats on paper.
Yeah, so
Yeah, man.
yeah, so
God
that
damn.
yeah, I showed you my papers from
Yeah.
all my beats I had brought in jail.
Yes.
Yeah, how many pages was that? That was probably like
I didn't get
40
through all.
some pages.
And you know what?
Just
I was
beats.
interested. I was
Yeah.
interested too.
What?
I'm looking at them interested, and I still couldn't get through all the pages.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is too many, but I'm interested. I'm like, God damn, this thing. I saw the XXX Tentacion on like the 9th page.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more interested. I still couldn't get to page 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot. And so when it comes to your experience of listening to music in jail, do you feel like your experience listening to music is better outside of jail? Or do you feel like those
Yes.
headphones are just the same or
No,
is it
no,
different?
the experience is way, 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 way better.
Right.
Way better. It's technology out here that they're not gonna ever see in there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like to be able to hear every single instrument. When you can
Let
hear
me cry, man.
every single when you can hear every single instrument,
Yeah.
man, like that's like it's a different feeling because when I write and I try to, if every word doesn't bounce off an instrument, every letter is.
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
I do.
I
Does.
try to make everything complement everything. I try to get all the way around and in between, all throughout the beat. I try to get all the way through that. And I try to mold in, but I give you my story. That's how me and the beat become one. It
Right.
was this dude named Breezy. He was out of Macon, Georgia. I met him at Edgeville FCI to South Carolina. And they used to go outside and perform. He used to ask me to come outside and do security for him while he go out there and perform and stuff. And we would just kick it. We ended up becoming real tight. And he was like, yeah. I was like, man, how do you do that? Like his music is crazy. You feel what I'm saying? But he said he watched James Brown. He liked James Brown. So you got to think a rapper that likes James Brown.
Yeah.
Imagine how his music's coming out. That man's like a freaking. It's ingenious how he does it. But he said, man, you got to mold with the beat. You got to become one with the beat. You got to use everything that beat got to pull out of you. You feel what I'm saying? And I used to look at him like he was crazy. I used to be like, man, what the hell is wrong with you? But now that I write, I understand it. Now that I'm out and you get the good headphones, you get good material, you got big speakers and stuff, like you hear
Definitely
everything. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, that little all that, you hear all that, you catch everything. So now it's like, damn, now I can mold with the beat.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
So obviously that influences how you make music because you're not just a listener, you're a creator. And so obviously that influences how you create the music as well. And so you're in a studio like this with the KRKs, and we've only got 2 KRKs left and right. And we've got a small area here. How does this area make you feel when you're making music? Describe the setting when you're sitting behind the mic making music here.
Like I hear everything.
Yeah.
Like, and then you become one with it. That's what makes it easy to tune everybody out.
Right.
Because it's like you surrounded by it. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't exist to me until that beat stop.
Yeah.
Or
hey, punch in.
You feel what I'm saying? Or I feel like I need to do something. You feel what I'm saying? Or I done messed up. That's when you exist.
Right.
Once you hit play or record, you don't exist to me no more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like nobody, like, you know, they was in playing the game over here.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Chilling, doing their thing. They didn't exist until it stopped. That's when I was like, okay. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely. And that's how I feel. You know, that's the same way I feel. Just wanted to get a grasp on if I was the only one. Obviously not, man. What a space. And that's why I like the small, intimate space. End of the day, this is the same, whatever, 100 square feet that somebody else recorded in that been through something else. So that essence is still here. You know what I'm saying? That vibe is still here. So when you're recording, and it's not gonna be no bad essence because when I come through it go away, but any good essence is still here. It's still vibing around, so it's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole vibe. The whole thing is that's why you're able to do that. Like if it was constant phone ringing, people loud, horse playing, arguing about sports or any little thing, you're not gonna be able to zone out like that because now it's always something catching your attention. It's gonna always catch your attention. Even if you're trying to tune it out, it's gonna catch your attention because you're like, man, shut up. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're gonna eventually start getting over the beat. Y'all gonna be louder than the beat, all type of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like,
so we're talking about the greatest rappers ever. And that was about whoever many minutes ago. Chat though, they says Thug and 21 will be runner up. Thug, I wholesomely agree with, maybe just because I'm from Atlanta. Now, 21, even though he's from the city, I do not agree that he would be in the runner-up of the greatest of artistry ever. Do you listen to 21 Savage?
Yeah, I respect 21. 21 really like that for real. You got to really like get into him and really like find that common ground and understand what it is he talking about. Like when you have any artist, man, they're not just speaking for them, especially people like that. They got the city on their back, like all of them sharing a portion of the city. You see what I'm saying? And they all carrying it. So 21 is speaking from G Block. You know what I mean? All of them are speaking for their people, like wherever they from or whatever the case may be. 21 done stepped up a whole lot. If you go back to when he first started to now, and then all his trials in between, he was about to get deported at one point. You see what I'm saying? 21 became a long way. He came a long way. That's why I respect his artistry because he didn't let nobody stop him. He didn't let nobody shut the door on. If they did, he kicked it down. You see what I'm saying? For real.
Hey, that's right though.
Yeah.
That's right though. Because I'm someone who kind of looks at 21 as having a couple of stains.
Mm-hmm.
As a person who I was growing up and all of a sudden 21 is the most popular.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden 21 has street credit.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up after he got that street credit. So I don't really see or respect the street credit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what's really going on? And then we see people defacing that street credit. You know what I'm saying? For someone who didn't see him gain that, it's like, nigga, somebody is defacing something that I didn't see you gain.
All right,
At this point, you don't have it.
So what's
You feel
more?
me?
So what's more important? All right, to your area, right? To your neighborhood, to your section, to your block, to your street, your boulevard, your avenue, whatever. What's more important, my street cred or me feeding you?
And so you feeding me most definitely.
That's always gonna be more
You know what I'm
important.
saying?
You feel what I'm
100%.
saying? That's gonna trump anybody else's street credit.
Right.
If you over here, you messed up, you barely eating, your mama struggling, you ain't got no shoes, you ain't got no clothes, you can't really serve out here because these people are already established. You ain't got really too much nothing. You'll shoot somebody.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You'll rob somebody. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I come in this joint and you was just down on me. Man, I don't know nothing about him. You probably in your mid-30s, bummy as hell. But I come through, man, and you still in with your mom and everything. All that, what I just said applies to you. You in your mid-30s. You feel what I'm saying? Come drop 100 bands in your face.
Right. Now you're like, oh, this nigga's the best.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Say it ain't even 100. Just to say it's 50.
Right.
You just became another plug in the city.
Right.
And you gonna down something for me.
Yeah.
I'm him.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And everybody who follow you and hang with you,
Yeah.
I'm him to them too.
Yeah.
Because you just broke bread with them.
And when you say I'm him, that trumps anything anybody is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm him.
Mm-hmm.
Him is in like it's all verified.
Yeah.
Whatever you're talking about is null and void.
Yeah.
And that's what do you feel about that though? Do you feel like that street dynamic is interesting, or do you feel like it's natural? Do you feel like that's close to natural, or do you feel like this is natural?
Like, that's really how it's supposed to be. When you come from somewhere, I'm not saying you spoil the people or you cripple the people. You provide a way for them to elevate too.
No
You
matter
feel what I'm
what.
saying? No matter what their means are.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because now you did your part. Because I believe we all come from one source. Okay? And by us coming from that one source, we're all part of each other's purpose. You feel what I'm saying? So by me making it, I'm a part of your purpose now because I can simply open the door. I'm not going to put the work in for you. I'm not going to do none of that. But I can open the door and give you an opportunity. And that's what counts. You're opening the door and giving other people an opportunity. You know, I done had hella doors closed in my face. You feel what I'm saying? Since I've been home, I had them closed in my face from the time I was in the halfway house all the way up to still now. I get a lot of doors closed in my face, but I get even more open.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Now let's talk about opening doors. When it comes to somebody opening a door for you, after you get so many doors closed in your face, obviously you're not worried about the type of door, the amount that is open, as long as you can get through.
You know, because my next step is kicking one.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Not in the streets, but in the industry.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So now, like, it was a point like, bro, you know how hard it's been for me to get features? You know how hard it's been for me to get beats? Like,
Why?
I was just online. I don't know. But I take that back. I'm not a known person. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, they like, whatever. And then when they do offer it,
Who are you asking for the features that you didn't get that you think about right now?
Oh, man,
The biggest that you could think of.
oh, shoot, Rollo.
Right.
Rollo tried to tax me through the roof.
And that's a perfect example
You feel what
because
I'm saying?
it's big, but it's like if you he's gonna give you a number, it just might be a tax.
It was $20,000.
Some people might not even give you 20.
It was 20. This is when I was in. I'm gonna tell you the story. I was in the halfway house. No disrespecting nobody. I'm not dissing nobody. No, I'm Muslim. He Muslim. So
Yes, sir.
it's no disrespect. It ain't nothing. But at the same time, facts is facts. So, and I'm always stand on the truth and stand on anything I say. We used to pray together, everything. You feel what I'm saying? And he was dealing with other people. Maybe they were broken promise. I don't know if everything was fulfilled, but I sit down, I write every day. Every day I'm putting something together. You feel what I'm saying? And I asked him for an opportunity, and I was being told I had to pay $20,000. You feel what I'm saying? And to me, that was kind of like,
It's a house, nigga.
like, bro, I
It's a
just,
fucking
I
house,
just
nigga.
came home like,
That's a
and
small,
then just
cheap
like I say,
house.
like,
Fucked up
I'm
little
not,
dainty little.
yeah,
You feel me?
I ain't going against him or nothing like that. But I speak facts. Like, bro, you just got an $8 million deal for 2 albums right before you got out. How many of us got a deal like that? How many of us could get a deal like that now?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So in my mind, I was like, all right, fuck them. You feel what I'm saying? I can go pay I can go pay 5,000 at that time and go get Rollo Rodriguez. You feel what I'm saying? I can go pay another 5,000 and go get another artist that's popping, and then go pay another 5,000. I get to take that 20 and go divide it up into 4 people, 5 people.
Let's talk
You
about
feel what
Rollo
I'm saying?
Rodriguez.
Popping hot.
A demon in the game right
Yes.
now. Would you take a feature from Rollo right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
all
man.
day long.
You know any Rollo songs?
Off the top?
Yeah, type shit. I feel the same way. I love him though.
No,
He
it's
hard,
not
though.
that, but I'm trying to think of it, man.
He got some with Yachty. I like the ones with Yachty and Lucky.
Yeah, he got some shit, but dang, I'm trying to remember how that joint go, man. I hope he don't take this. Just I know you might see this, but it's like, dang, 'cause I listen to so much stuff, but I've really just been focused on me like recently, and but man, Rollo, man, I salute Rollo Rodriguez 100% though.
Yeah.
I can't name his stuff right off the bat. I can't name Lil Baby stuff right off the bat, and I listen to Lil Baby all the time. Right now, anyway, just caught in the moment. You feel what I'm saying? But
and so I was gonna ask the next question. I was gonna ask is, how do you feel about signing to artists? Rollo is signed to Lil Baby.
How
do you feel about that?
It just depends on the deal. You feel what I'm saying? But I also understand too. At the end of the day, it's business. You see what I'm saying? So
if you had a homie, if your homie, say it's me and you, okay, we met 5 years down the line, we locked in, we making music together, it's going great. You become a lot bigger than me, 3 times more bigger than me, 4 times, maybe 6 times more bigger than me, and it's on some shit like, would you sign your little bro? And what would the contract look like? Would it be fair?
I'm gonna always keep it fair for somebody.
Do you feel like that contract between Lil Baby and Rollo is fair?
It's got to be because he ain't came from it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And just like I say, when I say it's business, if you have somebody who's investing $250,000, $150,000, $500,000, $1 million, they need to get their money back.
Right.
You feel it? So you need to structure that to where you can still eat. Because they're giving you, let's just go with the minimum, what I said, $250,000. If you messed up from $250,000, money's not meant for you.
Yeah.
It's not meant for you. You don't need to have it. You just need to bum it.
Yeah.
You need to get your life together. Because if you get $250,000 and the first thing you're going to do is buy a chain, buy a car, go to the strip club, buy a grill, you lost. You lost. You completely lost. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't uphold the image of whatever your music is. I'm not saying that that's the part of being authentic. You see what I'm saying? And not follow no trend. But if you get a signing bonus like that, knowing that there's a recoupment, and you blow that money,
that's the thing,
man. You don't deserve to have it. It's not for you. You got to bum it, man.
Yeah. And so Chad says, Red Ops as a kid changed me as a teen. Had me ready to go off. I assume that's a 21 Savage record, Red Ops. Yeah. And so, he obviously feels the same way. That was a record that really, really changed. I felt the same way about Gunna when I was in early high school. When he dropped those, it's not Slime Season, but Gunna had the Drip Season. Those were phenomenal projects when I was in. You know what I'm saying? What projects strike you in that way? What's some of your favorite rap projects?
Man, Lil Wayne.
Which Carter is your favorite?
I'm going back to them dedications.
Oh, yeah.
What? Them dedications.
now.
What? Them dedications. Oh, it's man, you can't find hotter mixtapes than them Lil Wayne series. And then you got Future, like I'm agreeing with Holmes, Future. You see what I'm saying? Like Future, them Dirty Sprites and all that, man.
And even Wayne got several different series
Of mixtape. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm
At
saying?
least 3.
Yeah, and then you had Gucci.
Yeah.
Body's work. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Then you had the Gucci man, no pen, no pad, writing on the wall. You had all type of stuff with Gucci man.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Gucci man was, his work ethic was, oh my God, bro. Like Gucci was dropping. Then a lot of people be sleeping on him from back in the day, which I don't understand why, but Ludacris.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ludacris was a monster, bro.
He's still a monster.
Man, Ludacris was.
He is the only old head that's in the dome swinging from the fucking ropes performing. Name another nigga.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, that man. Like Ludacris, I hardly hear anybody mention Ludacris. When people be talking about artists, like that was that, and that blows me a little way. It's kind of offensive because it's like, how can y'all not put him up there?
To me, he's like the male Lil Kim, and people will mention Lil Kim before they mention Ludacris.
Yeah, and that's like a slap in the face. That's disrespectful. Future was first signed to Ludacris. You feel what I'm saying?
What record label was that?
DTP.
DTP.
Go back and listen to Itchin' and all that stuff and listen to what he said. DTP.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Ludacris had a hand in a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? Like T.I. You know what I mean? I don't really recall T.I. really picking up certain artists that blew up, but T.I. was a monster back in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
T.I. was a monster. You can't show me a bad track from T.I. back in the day. Show me a bad track from T.I. back in the day. You can't. You can't show me no bad.
He was like Rap's Pop. So he was definitely the one who was making the most commercial rap music.
Yeah, like T.I. was.
That was just one point of T.I.
Yeah.
You got
factuals.
You got all type of. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
You got to remember, T.I. had, a few different albums. You can't go back on now one of T.I. albums and say, oh, this is a bad song. You see what I'm saying? On all of his albums, his collective bodies of work, no, and there's not one bad song on any one of them. Find one.
We found the original No Skip.
All the way from I'm Serious. Urban Legend. You see what I'm saying?
Trap music, all that, bro.
All of them.
Right.
All of them.
Yeah, you can't
find the bad song.
Yeah. And so this gives us an insight as to the things that you look into when you're dropping your music, the things that you look into when it comes to inspiration. What's next for you right now? What should we be looking out for when we come to your socials?
My socials right now, I'm promoting. Well, I'm not promoting it yet, 'cause I told you everybody just found out on your platform what it is that I'm actually working on and getting ready to do. But I'm just leading people up to it. Right. You get what I'm saying? I'm leading people up to what I'm about to do. Like, they don't know that I'm about to drop a mixtape. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to put the mixtape. I'm putting the mixtape together now, and I'm about to drop the mixtape. I was going to start promoting it the week of my drop, just to see what my fans is, who my fans are, how many fans do I actually have, what my audience really is. You see what I'm saying? And then go heavy after it's been dropped. You know what I mean? And then I was going to do the Spartans at the beginning of the year. So I was leading up to that because I'm trying to get my views up and start branching out, get my followers up so that I can start. All right, boom, here's the mixtape. All right, boom, this is the campaign. That's why I'm networking with other artists and trying to get with producers and engineers and everybody, because somebody. There's a quote called 6 degrees of separation brings geographic progression. Through 6 people in my circle, I should be able to get whatever it is I'm trying to accomplish. So now, all right, you're a producer and an artist. I just accomplished one thing through you. Because now I have a producer to work with 2 things with you. I got somebody I can get beats from and somebody I can get a feature from. You see what I'm saying? My homie right here, I can get the features from him and the network. You feel what I'm saying? That's 6 degrees of separation for geographic progression. If I give you an envelope, you should be able to help me get this envelope to Alaska within 5 more people.
Yeah. Right.
Even if that means you got to drive it to Milwaukee.
I would do that. And you believe I would do that, I probably do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's revolutionary when it comes to artistry thinking. When it comes to artist thinking, a lot of artists these days, they're modern. All they're doing is dropping posts. All they're doing is just putting it out over and over again, very mundane. What would you give to an artist? What advice would you give to an artist who is doing that mundane run through? They're very modern. They know all the technology, but there's an essence of soul. There's an essence of the old times that they can't grasp to really grasp the people. What do you give them to grasp?
Because sometimes some people don't believe in themselves completely, so they feel like that one big song that they have out of the 100 that they made that people actually like, that's all they can put out.
Well, really, it's the 87th song.
Yes, and just like Lil Wayne has a quote when he was asked in the interview. Well, it's not really quote him the best way I can. The interviewer asked Lil Wayne, she was like, "What is the best song that you feel like you've put out?" He said, "I haven't done it yet." See what I'm saying?
That's not a question I ask him.
That man said, "I ain't done it yet."
Yeah, that's a good answer, nigga.
You feel me?
Woo.
And that's the mindset that I have. That's why I have so much music. That's why I continue to write and work, because, all right, if y'all feel like this was good, all right, wait till this one.
Yeah.
All right, if you think that one was good, all right, wait till this one. If you think that, all right, but this still ain't my best yet.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm giving you as much as I can, but this ain't my best yet.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean.
How many ways does a ghost go?
We go all of them.
Always.
We go
at least the comp, at least north, south, east, and west.
Always.
At least 4.
No, we go always. We go northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest.
Come on. Yummy, thank you for being here, Pond. Thank you for being here, Low Bot Tricks, Nightbot, chilling with us, vibing, helping us really curate an amazing podcast for today, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's so many tips and tidbits and that people can get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard for me to decide which 2-minute clips out of everything we talked about is gonna go on the social media for us to share. It might just be 3. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that I feel like we should continue to do over time. You've got such an amazing grasp of not only PR, but when it comes to not only public relations, but personal relations. You know what I'm saying? That if you wanted to branch off on some other shit, the herd, I do that for the pop culture. Mm-hmm. The peak, I do that for people like you. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make some new shit where me and you talk to some other type people. I don't know what type of people they will be, but maybe me and you are 2 people who are very high in the artistry. We're very creative people. I mean, some of the most creative people, nigga. We're like little Mozarts, I would say. So we need to talk to somebody else. That could be a good podcast for us to have, to talk to somebody who's kind of trying to get like us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we start that up. So I got Herd, I got the Peak. I could maybe have the Vision a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. Really talk to them. And I wouldn't even mind doing people who are younger than us. Mm-hmm. On some goddamn, as a matter of fact, before we bring it public, we might go to the schools. Mm-hmm. Really fuck with the schools on some like career day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we some artists for real. Like we done this how many streams, we done this many countries. Yeah, and really got there, bring that shit to the point where we got now. Yeah, mama come up here and chill on the couch, sleep. We gonna have the kid. We gonna talk about this music shit. We need to get this nigga really acclimated as to what's next. Mm-hmm. A lot of people need that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people need that. And I feel like we'd be the perfect people to give it to them, man. We cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? We can really give it to them on a way that they would understand. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm saying is, my pause. I make a lot of different type of shows. I have a show that's Heard, which is a co-host. We recorded at 9 p.m. today. It's a goddamn pop culture podcast. The same way I talked to him about his career, I talk to the other person about pop culture. That's her. I talk to him about his career. That's the peak. We peeking into his lifestyle.
Right.
So we got her. We got the peak. I'm like, damn, bro, we can make some more inspirational type shit. People that's a little bit younger than us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So where we could talk to them about really the same things, but they could be here.
Right.
Because a lot of the times they might tune in,
right,
but they might not tune in.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe we can goddamn fuck with the schools on some shit where it's some career day. You don't got no dad, you don't got no mom. We got these boys in the lunchroom talking about career shit that they done did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could really goddamn look up to these niggas. These niggas that is real solid niggas. So I'm thinking, man, we can do something like that and then end up bringing them to the point where on my career day at school, if I was to go to the lunchroom on career day, it wouldn't be something I could take home and show 30 years down the line. I want to give people the type of content to where we recorded this. It's on YouTube. When you 30, you can look back and be like, this was me at 17, getting the information that I needed from the niggas that it just happened to put me in this position. So that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I want to be on. You know? Just because like, I feel like that's not out there. In my opinion, in my upbringing, I ain't have that. I had to learn it from the people who was real close to me. A lot of times, these people don't really they don't be real close to the people that's supposed to be real close to them. I ain't saying I'm gonna be close to them, but I can at least give them a bridge to the information that they need. Yeah, real shit. 100%, man. And so I feel like, you know, people who've been through a lot, like my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people who need to talk to him. I don't need no goddamn nigga who ain't been through shit. Talking to a fucking. I need somebody who really can tell you the truth, nigga. Yeah. So,
for real.
and that's what's important about it. It's not just about talking to him in general. It's about talking to him with some information that's going to help from a source that has been hurt, that has been through shit. Because a lot of people learn shit the easy way or the hard way, but I guarantee you the hard way give you more detail. It give you a little bit more.
For sure.
Yeah. So if I want to learn it the easy way, I want to learn it from somebody who learned it the hard way. Real shit, man. That's my brother Four-Way Ghost, man. And I appreciate everything that you do on my mic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that you come in here and record, bro, everything that you pull out from that fucking pamphlet of paper written rhymes. Come on, man.
Yeah, I
respect that, bro. I respect it. And so when it comes to those paper written rhymes, bro, are you ever worried about carrying those around? Like, you feel like, damn, it'll rain. I'm like, you that bitch in the rain one day.
I'm fight the rain.
Yeah. What does that mean, you know? If the ink starts running down the paper,
it's going down. It's going down.
Yeah.
That's why I keep it guarded the way I do. That's why it's in it's in my little bag, zipped up and folded all the way to the bottom.
Right. I see the folds.
Yeah, it's folded all.
It's like 50.
So if anything,
like 50 fold.
yeah. So if any water or something, it's still good. Nah, it ain't gonna touch nothing. Nah, it's good.
Hey, man.
It's good.
That's cheers, man. Listen, it was a pleasure having you here on the Peak, brother. One of the most detailed podcasts I've had. I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to directors. I've talked to actors, people who've written things that have gotten awards. But this is one of the most natural and direct. I ain't had no goddamn prompt. I was really coming off the top of wanting to get to know you as a person, and we did that. That's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come back and we're going to do it again. We're going to record more music, bro. I guarantee you, and this is just coming from a person who has seen a lot, I guarantee you record your best song you have ever heard here. You're going to feel a way about a song you recorded here that's absolutely ridiculous. You're going to really be like, God damn, I'm back. You feel me? And so that's just what it is. We're going to continue till we get to that point. And when we get to that point, we're going to continue. Man, chat, What's
Hey,
we go, hey, what Chad say? Hey, what Chad really said? Yeah, you don't want to talk about that one. What Chad really said? Hey,
what was the question for Beanie? What was the question for Beanie? What was the question for Beanie?
Look, homie said, so boom, chat, boom, homie and that's you, homie and the beanie. They said, left hand tits, right hand ass. Which one you choosing?
Hey, I'm choosing to beat your motherfucking ass, little nigga. I'm a real gangster. See me in these streets, little nigga. Fucked up. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Real gangsters in the building. Don't you ever disrespect me.
So, in a really respectful way,
Yes, sir.
tits or ass?
You heard what I said.
He's like, I can't choose, nigga. You won't make me choose. Hey, man. Okay, boom. Last question. And it's been a pleasure having you all on, man. Just all love, bro. Anytime you want to come here and you want to speak about anything, I'm here for you.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we're not making a YouTube video that's 20 minutes long like we did today, we'll make a video that's goddamn 2 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? We'll just talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'll whip it up for you nice and clean, and you can post it so that your people can understand the message you're trying to send out. Chat says, what genre of music did you think you never liked, but once you heard it, you actually liked it? Or was there no genre of music that you ever think you wouldn't like?
Actually, I don't. It's still like I'm very open minded, but it was when I heard, even though they're still rappers, but the Asian scene.
Yeah. Oh,
they snapping. And they going crazy, like the Asians who rapping, like it's not like an off genre. Nah, they got, man. Have you been paying attention? Like over there, the age. I don't know if they're Korean or
Asian rappers.
Yeah, like that was like. But then to hear how they're rapping, like, and they going crazy, like that shit fire. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, oh snap! You feel what I'm saying? Like they going crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's still rap. It's still the hip hop genre. Cause the other stuff don't surprise me. Cause that's their genre. So it's supposed to be a little different. I just say different. You feel? But when I seen them Asians popping in, and I was like, man, I ain't finna click next. You feel what I'm saying? Right. But they pop back up, and then you see their views. Man, let me listen to this, and you be like, what? Like I was watching one in the music video. The girl had the grill, dressed up, doing her little thing, but was shaving her head in the video.
Okay.
But the stuff she was spitting though, I'm talking about she was going crazy, man.
Okay, last question. I swear that I said the last one. Last question.
That's cool.
This is important when it comes to the dynamic of culture. You talk about how you look at their music and you see the views, and that makes you want to double back to really hear what they're talking about. That's to say that the perception of a book matters. The front cover matters. As much as people say don't read, don't judge about it, the front cover matters. Is that right?
In some cases.
With
an actual book, no. Okay. But with the outer appearance, like with people online, dealing online, yes.
And so let me go further with that. I would say that most people are dealing online. Yeah. When they figure out about a new IP, which is a new thing, a new brand, they figuring about it online, sure, okay? And so when you're talking about not judging a book by its cover, etc., how important is it to make sure that your cover is correct, to respect what you've got behind the scenes? How important is it? Now we see that we can't beat the judge a book by its cover narrative. Most people judge a book by its cover. We can't beat that. How do you beat that? By moving behind the scenes correctly. How do you do that in order to make sure when people first see you for the very first time, it's the right perception to make them come back?
only thing I can do once again is give them me. Either they gonna accept it or not.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But my thing is 10 out of 10 chance, you're gonna come back around.
Ooh.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you gonna pop back up and then that's when that's when you're gonna be like, man, I should have been on him. Then that's when my old stuff gonna skyrocket.
Yeah.
Like it was who was I looking at the other day? OMB Peasy. OTB Peasy, whatever it is, but I think it's OMB Peasy.
Right.
He now, like probably about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, he had a song that was 7 years old go viral. 7 years old. So that means he caught somebody's attention that spreaded it.
7 years later.
7 years later.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, people didn't catch on to Jay-Z and what he was talking about till around 7 years later.
That's the key. What's next, man? Where can we find you and what are you working on next?
You can find me on my social medias. My Instagram is official 48 Ghost. My TikTok is 48 Ghost 1. My Facebook is Montavious Ghostin. My name, I gotta tune that up though, but it's all under 48 Ghost. All streaming platforms. I'm on all streaming platforms with some of my old stuff. Hopefully it doesn't take 7 years for y'all to get up to it, but if it does, I'll take it. A check still coming either way.
It's coming. Come on.
But like I say, I'm working on the mixtape now that I'm trying to have dropped by the beginning of the year, January 1st. That's my goal, to have it drop January 1st. So that way, then that's when I'm going to start my Spartans campaign, which I'm going to be doing 300 features on top of me dropping my own stuff in the meantime. So that's the Spartans campaign right there. You got to be strong-willed to do something like that. So I'm finna show how bad I really want it. You feel what I'm saying? And
I'm gonna get at least 2.
Yeah. That only counts as one. That only counts as one.
Yeah,
even like if it's me and you, say we do 10 songs, I still only did one feature.
Yeah.
Because that's just me and you.
Yeah.
I want 300 different individuals.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like 1, 2, that's 2. You feel what I'm saying? Like I want 300 different individuals. Me and you can drop a whole mixtape, but that's still one. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do 300 features. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's really going to separate you from everybody else.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the thing where people look back and they be like, "Wow."
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, bro.
Yeah.
Listen.
And the goal is to have it done by the summer.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Trying to have it done by the summertime.
Ain't nobody gonna buy 300 features.
From January 1st to May, I'm trying to have it done.
My birthday in May.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
I can take a birthday present. You guys are coming around, man.